If you're over 45 and you're waking up exhausted and your partner's saying that you snore like a freight train, you might be mouth breathing like me. I wanted to share with you something that I've tried lately, and it's called mouth taping. I recently switched to a new mouth tape called Mintier because I've tried mouth taping before and I didn't love it. But Mintier was on my Instagram feed, it was featured on breakfast television, and it was even in the Globe and Mail, so I thought I need to give this a try. I first heard about mouth taping probably about a year ago. What I had read is it was supposed to help reduce snoring, it was to give you better quality sleep, and also prevent that terrible dry feeling because you're mouth breathing all night. I researched this quite a lot before I ever tried this because I wasn't sure if I felt comfortable putting tape on my mouth before I was going to sleep at night. And there are some concerns about mouth taping that you do need to be aware of before you would even attempt to try this. If you suspect that you might have sleep apnea, or your partner suspects that you might have sleep apnea, it's really important to talk to your doctor before you even attempt this. Your doctor may suggest that you have a sleep study completed before you would even try. The purpose of that sleep study would be to rule out any other underlying health conditions too that might be impacting your sleep as well. I started out using just a plain 3M medical tape, and all that I did was I put one piece of tape just vertically across my lips. Truthfully, the first few nights were really scary for me. I didn't like the feeling of it. It was freaking me out to think that I even had something that was holding my lips together. The one night I even woke up and I had ripped that tape off and stuck it on the side of my dresser because I didn't want it on anymore. I didn't get a good night's sleep the very first, probably 2 to 3 nights that I tried it. I didn't love that tape because I found that it was really hard to get off in the morning, and I even had tried different suggestions that I read, like if you use your tongue and then wet the tape and then gently try to pull it off that way, that it worked. Also, I tried to just wet it using water and pull it off, but I found that it was really hard to get off. That was tough too because it was wintertime. My lips are even dry, so I just didn't find that that tape was effective for me. It might be for you, but it was just something that I thought I needed to find something different. In June, my husband said my snoring was getting terrible, and it's probably related to a few things. I work full time, plus we have a farm, I was doing gardening, my son's still in lots of activities, there was just lots going on, so I'm sure I was exhausted, and the more tired I am, the more that I snore. I chose Mintier to try because it covers my entire lips, and I was wondering if it would be more comfortable. It looked like it was a nice texture, so I thought because of all the attention that it was getting, why not give it a try? Here's what Mintier looks like right out of the package. It's really soft. It has a nice adhesive on the back. It doesn't have that super sticky feeling like the medical tape did, and so I do really like that. There's a couple different things that you can do to open it. It does bend in the middle. Truthfully, I just open it from the side and then it just peels away, but you can see that it's still nice and stretchy. The other nice thing that I like about this is that it doesn't have any scent to it at all, and I really like that because I've stopped using a lot of scented products, so this was another reason that I liked it. Now, to apply it, all that you would do is peel, of course, the white backing away. A couple different things that you can try is that some people tuck their lips, so they would roll them and then apply it so that you would leave this little centerpiece right in the middle. I don't do that. All that I do is I unpeel it and I center it over my lips so that the little hole is right in the middle, and that's it. It's so easy. Another thing I wasn't sure if I was gonna like about this tape is the moisturizer that I'm using is a really thick consistency, and I didn't know if this tape would stick to my face because of the moisturizer I was using at nighttime, but it works great. Once you press it on over your lips, you would just press gently over the top and then it just sits in place. I haven't had any issue with it not sticking. When I started using this the very first night, I was nervous again because I didn't know if I was gonna like the feeling. By the second week, I loved this, and my husband loved it even more. My snoring had decreased significantly, and he wasn't also waking me up all night because I was snoring too. But I felt so much more rested in the morning when I woke up, and my mouth wasn't feeling as dry because unfortunately I am a mouth breather, so at nighttime I am sleeping with my mouth open. So there's a lot of pros by me using this mouth tape. Overall, I do think that the Mintier is a lot more comfortable than the medical tape that I was using before. I love the fact that it is staying in place overnight, even when I'm using that really rich moisturizer. So that's a huge bonus for me too. I've also found that it has been a lot more gentler on my lips when I'm removing it in the morning. To remove it, I have just been gently peeling it away. I still do use my tongue when I'm around my lips just to moisten that area so that it is even more gentle when it's coming off of my lips. The biggest tips I would say if you want to try a mouth tape is maybe try it when you're awake. So in the evening, put it on for 15 or 20 minutes. And if you wanted to try the 3M tape just to see what it feels like, you could try it. But I would suggest trying this Mintier mouth tape. And what you would do is just put it on 15 or 20 minutes and carry on. Like maybe do the dishes or do whatever you normally would be doing in the evening. But at least you're awake and it's really forcing you to think to breathe through your nose and not through your mouth. So it'll get you used to doing that. You do need to make sure your nasal passageways are clear before you would use that mouth tape, because obviously if you have a cold or you've got bad allergies, something like that, it would not be appropriate to mouth tape. You have to be able to breathe. Really important safety information you need to know about before you start mouth taping. Your safety is so important, so never start anything new when it comes to sleep until you've spoken to a medical professional. I hope that this information has helped you to decide if you should try mouth taping and if it would be worth it for you. I'll be sure to link Mintier with my promo code in the description if you want to give it a try. I would love to hear from you to hear if you've tried mouth taping before and what your experience has been. So comment below and let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.